They do not tell the truth. They're liars. They manipulate our history books. The history books are not true. It's a lie. The history books are lying. You need to know that. You must know that.
Imagine discovering something that everyone considers crazy, but you know is true. What if you know that there are consequences if you ignore it? What would you do then? Would you warn people? Would you help them? Or would you keep everything to yourself? Do you know someone in your environment who suddenly claims strange things? How did you deal with that? What did you do about it? Did you take that person seriously at all? Didn't you think it was necessary to look into this? Don't you have a problem if your children being lied to at school? Isn't it worth it? What's your excuse?
You might think you heard Michael Jackson speaking. You didn't. You heard me. Or actually not me, because I'm just an AI voice myself. Just like most of the rest in this video. If not, it will be clear or it will be mentioned. Just to show you how quickly you can be fooled by something that is indistinguishable from the real thing. And then I'm just an amateur. By the way, I wonder if you can guess which voice I'm using now. Judging is something that is in our system as soon as we receive information, usually based on assumptions. Understandable in itself, because you have learned truths all your life. Science has told us in many ways how it supposedly should be. But is it really true? Or is it also what you observe yourself? Does it match with the laws of physics? Is it really proven, or are we looking at cartoons and CGI images on TV? Don't you want to know? Don't you want to hear? Don't you want to see? Don't feel like diving into it? Understandable in itself. No judgment here. Life is busy and priorities often lie elsewhere. People try to bring it out in many ways. Unfortunately, the reactions are usually the same. Why would they lie about it? You are certainly falling off the edge. You are not a flat earther, are you? Here are a few attempts I have tried myself to bring things out. Attempt 1. Trying to make people aware of their senses. We're not moving.
Sit still for a second. You're not moving. You're not spinning around an axis at 1,000 miles per hour, rotating around the sun at 67,000 miles per hour, spiraling around the galaxy at 500,000 miles per hour, and shooting off from a big bang at 67 million miles per hour. You're not. You're motionless. You're just sitting there. Just sit still. What does that even mean? Sit still. You think you could sit still with all those motions? Does it feel like you're moving? Feel that? Same thing you've always felt? Nothing? Ever? Nobody's ever felt movement? Nobody's ever seen the earth curve? Maybe you just got fooled. You can't possibly believe that you and the rest of the world could have been lied to and deceived. Not you, right? They couldn't fool you. Of course you're spinning around. That's what they told you in school. They don't lie to you in school.
Attempt 2. Show multiple confessions.
Going on a rocket ship, we're going to the moon.
What was the scariest moment of the journey?
Scariest. It didn't happen. It could have been scary. It didn't happen. It
Put
didn't
on
happen.
your
Clearly,
space
anybody who was
suit.
alive at the time does. I remember my parents waking me up and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon,
No,
which
you
was
didn't. No, you didn't.
what?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. You watched
We're
animation.
leaving very soon. We're going on a rocket ship.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know what I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
We're going on a rocket ship. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon? Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
It doesn't, sir, I don't have to get
Tell him to get out of here. This is a hotel. We'll call the police. We pay.
Sir, I don't have nothing to do with this.
Okay, you're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling a kettle black if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself. Away from me. You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
We're going on a rocket ship. We're going to the moon. We're going on a rocket ship. Zoom, zoom.
We've heard from other people what they were doing, but I want to know how it felt to actually be there.
I mean, I'm different than the other guy.
Yeah.
We don't feel. We execute. You like that?
I do.
Yeah, that's right. But you don't worry about that while you're cruising down the runway. You might run over a rabbit or something like that on the runway.
Mm-hmm. Standing next to Neil.
We get in this
Prepare
way.
for liftoff.
That way.
No, that's the entry.
You're given descent calls,
8,
right? You're looking out the window, you're
7,
conning him down. Any fear in that
6,
Apollo 11 landing for you?
5,
I knew he
4,
could hear me. I
3,
remember in the simulation.
2,
The checklist.
I guess there's a real danger of that on this show.
The pressure.
Well, yeah, people come out and they've run out of anecdotes, you know, and they just start making stuff up.
Yeah.
Like that Neil Armstrong guy. Have you seen him on the talk shows?
Neil Armstrong, you mean the first man to walk on the moon?
Talk about a fish story.
Yeah.
Man, and they're buying it.
Oh, yeah.
on a rocket ship. We're flying to the moon.
Attempt 3. Show them that everything they present is in cartoon format. You live in a cartoon reality.
cartoons. Look at this one. These are also cartoons. These two. We all love cartoons. Cartoons in the real sky. Cartoons! You probably think these are real, right? You really believe this shit? This one you learned at school. You are a bunch of cartoon believers. Cartoons, cartoons, cartoons. This is a cartoon. This too. Sorry. It's animation, you moron!
Animation.
Look at this! Didn't you know cartoons aren't real? Y'all watch cartoons and believe them all! It's not funny anymore. We all live in a cartoon reality. And you don't even know it.
Attempt 4. Tell them what the world could be like once this comes out.
It's just the shape of the Earth. What does that matter? If you think of it on that level, then sure, it seems insignificant and it seems like it could be a waste of time, even if it was true. And you think of it as being the most fundamental lie, is where we are, what we're doing here, the Earth beneath our feet, the lights in the sky above us, as well as the Big Bang and evolution and the way that we supposedly got here and the purpose we may or may not have. It becomes a big deal. And when you look at the potential for a truth that has been suppressed for 500 years now, the flat Earth truth, if that gets out, then it is shown that every government, every university, every pundit, every television station is lying knowingly. The kind of restructuring of society and the system that truthers are looking for, that people know we need, is what can happen, and what will happen, and what must happen if this truth gets out. Because this is huge. It is the truth. The Earth is flat, just like it appears on the horizon. The Earth is motionless, just as you feel motionless. Everything in the sky revolves around us. Everything that your senses tell you is what's happening. But you've been fed a false system. You've been shown CGI images with a ball Earth with a horizon that curves. You've been shown more CGI images with a ball Earth that spins. You've been shown planets that spin like billiard balls around each other. You've been shown all these things in CGI format, but you've never seen it for yourself. You've just been lied to and shown pictures, and you believe those. It's not science. Science, in fact, shows that the Earth is flat and motionless. But you haven't been taught them in school, because they don't want you to be taught that in school. They show you a spinning globe on your first day and tell you that gravity keeps water and buildings and people stuck to the bottom of that thing. And they repeat it until you believe it, your parents believe it, your grandparents believe it. 500 years ago, people were believing it. It's like holding a balloon underwater. When you let go, that thing's just gonna rush to the surface. The water's gonna go flying. And that's what we need. It's exactly what we need.
Attempt 5. Show the real activities of an astronaut. Are they really in space?
Just fake it. Just fake it. Just fake it. Just fake it. My, just do to you do. Deceive. I make fake shit that you believe. Thank you for trusting me. When your mind is blind and your eyes won't see. Feels good to go in the pool. The fake DISS for you. Green screen is what we all embrace. But we don't like to talk about bubbles in space. Bubbles in space? I told you, homeboy. Just fake it.
You don't remember the question from Tampa? You guys are in an underwater pool.
Just fake it. Look in my eyes, man. Just fake it.
We know. Just remember.
Bubbles in space? Break it down. Scammer time. Zero G is what we bring. All you see are puppets on a string. To Mars, CGI. But we also used to fake satellites. For real. They're on a big balloon. And we also fake pictures of the moon. You fool. You think it's where we walk. If you have some doubt, we let Don do the talk.
I'd go to the moon in an atom.
Yeah. Just fake it.
The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore.
Just fake it.
It's a painful process to build it back again.
Just fake it. Ring the bell. School's back in. Break it down. Stop. Scammer time. Just fake it. Just fake it. Just fake it. Break it down. Stop. Scammer time. Scammer time. Scammer time. Scammer time. Scammer time.
I like to show more fakery, but unfortunately there's lots of science and lots of repair to do on station, so that will certainly keep us all busy. There's the scientific research, and then there's what I refer to as engineering research.
Attempt 6. Show how ridiculous astronauts actually are.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for me, Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin.
You watched animation. You watched animation.
Buzz Aldrin.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen.
We didn't go there. Go there. We didn't go there.
Animation. Animation.
Buzz Aldrin.
You might run over a rabbit or something like that on the runway. I remember in the simulation. You watched animation.
We walked on the moon.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Get it away from me.
We don't feel. We execute. It didn't happen.
Attempt 7. Try a little humour.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That's nice and shiny. Oh, go figure. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Oh, would you look at that? Just look at it. Just look at it. I mean, just look at it. I mean, just get a look at that. Would you look at it? I'm so mad. Would you look at that? You know what I mean? Oh, would you look at that? Oh, would you look at that? Oh, look at that. What an idiot. Would you look at that? Oh, look at that. 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 Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You gotta look at it this way, okay? You just gotta look at it.
I know, silly.
Attempt 8. Show them the consequences of believing in a spinning space ball. What can they all scare you of?
If you didn't know any better, you would think you lived on level ground. That's how you perceive the world. Every day of your life. Still, you believe different. Contrary to what your senses tell you, you believe living on this. No more land to discover. So why would you have the desire to explore for more? To prevent you from doing that, this would be a perfect way to do it. Just teach you a sphere you can't leave. In an endless vacuum of space, with other galaxies light years apart. We all came from nothing by a giant explosion. How can you actually know this? Only by consuming information. In various ways. What if you didn't? Imagine being completely free to discover everything for yourself. This whole wide realm and beyond. From whenever you want, to feel the magic. Think about it. If you never believed in these cartoons, would you ever believe this? And this? Probably not. They can make you believe anything. including the scary things. They can maintain your fear through TV. This can go incredibly far. What if you can break free from it? How much fun would that be? You would find out where we are, who we are, and what can be experienced here. All of us. They couldn't sell you this shit anymore. This fear would vanish. Overnight. And the inventors of this shit show would be eliminated permanently.
And finally, attempt 9. Show them the hints they give us everywhere. They just throw it in our faces.
Why do you think that Truman has never come close to discovering the true nature of his world until now?
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented. It's as simple as that.
This in to show the other students the section on the lunar landings. It's an old federal textbook. We've replaced them with the corrected versions.
Corrected?
Explaining how the Apollo missions were fake. Explaining how the Apollo missions were fake. Fake.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
In your face. In your face.
Every spin around the moon is a new adventure indeed.
Some dumbass.
Okay, round earther. I want to stop.
In your face.
It's a flat plane. They go dead flat land.
In your face.
I was medicated. I mean, I could have said the world was flat.
You know what I think? I think you accidentally told the truth.
If Dr. Shirley believes that the world is flat, which he does, by the way.
Get all these medieval ideas out of your head. Clear the way for new ideas.
500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
In your face. In your face.
Bitter steroid Santa Claus kicks and deals. It's a long fly ball going back.
and the ball shatters the sky, bringing the ocean itself down into the stadium.
In your face.
Control! The Earth is flat and cold!
It's cold out here.
Yeah, it is. It's like the South Pole.
It's like the deep South Pole, if there was one. There isn't, though.
I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will.
Change our idea that the world is flat. Why don't we fall off when we walk underneath you, sir? Because of a force called gravity. It's a natural force that keeps us all from flying off into space. We were always told that the world is flat.
You were told right. Don't listen to her.
As far as the eye can see, the Earth is flat.
In your face.
I think we went too high.
If the boy goes about saying the world is round, they'll take him for a lunatic. And it also goes around. We're only confusing the boy.
People said that the Earth was flat, so the Earth was flat. Then they said the Earth was round, so the Earth was round. The Earth is round. Prove it.
How'd you know the world isn't flat?
We have photographs.
Well, the ones of the Loch Ness Monster.
Fair point. Well made, yes. Images can be manipulated.
So basically, you just believe whatever you're told.
Why is the plane doing this bendy thing?
You mean following the curvature of the Earth?
Map looks flat to me, so can you tell the pilot to fly straight?
Look, like, is the Earth flat? Like, I think most people think it's flat.
No, the Earth is flat. Oh, here we go. The Earth is flat. I think you need to do research because it's right in front of our faces.
That's how they made up the Cold War, by sending Leica to space to bite Neil Armstrong while Cooper was faking the moon landing.
Get Zika virus very easily from biting somebody, and the world is flat.
That's right, Grover. This is the fiction section. Fiction means it's a made-up story. Made-up story. Made-up story. Made-up story. Made-up story. Made-up story. Made-up story.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
My life. I can't take this garbage no more. Escape. I don't live by you. Escape. This problem won't bother me.
What's your excuse?
Hang on, I made a few other clips after this. You might want to watch them.
When you stand on the shoulders of those who came before, you might just see far enough to realize the Earth isn't flat.
Red curvy spaceball. Red curvy spaceball.
A ball in the sky, it's spinning so fast, whirling and twirling, a playground so vast. The rules of physics just run away, breaking all laws in a dizzy ballet. Red curvy spaceball going round and round, the globe can't stop, it's a merry-go-round. Order stays on, law of nature gone wrong, centrifugal force. sings a backwards song.
If I have seen farther than others, it's by standing on the shoulders of giants.
The rivers curve down like a roller coaster ride. The moon pulls the water during the ocean tide. Gravity plays tricks on the world's curved floor. With some helium, it won't pull no more. Oh yeah, red curving space ball going round and round. The globe can't stop, it's a merry-go-round. Water stays on, law of nature gone wrong. Centrifugal force sings a backwards song.
This is called gravity.
What is gravity?
I have no idea. Okay, next question.
Clouds floating sideways, stars rolling by. Trills of miles further, they're still up in the sky. Rules are for breaking when magic is here. Away with physics, we all love a sphere. Oh, red curvy space ball going round and round. The globe can't stop, it's a merry-go-round. Water stays on, law of nature gone wrong. Centrifugal force sings a backwards song.
We have video from space of the rotating spherical Earth. The Earth is round.
We float in space, no chance to explode. As long as we keep the zipper closed, protected from a vacuum with this sexy suit. All space fantasies feel orgasmic good. It's raining up and we walk on site. Day turns to night, doing flips in the light. The whole world's dancing, no fear of fall. Dreams come alive on this spinning blue ball.
But why? Why would they lie?
Wet curvy space ball going round and round. The globe can't stop, it's a merry-go-round. Water stays on, law of nature gone wrong. Centrifugal force sings a backwards song. Wet curvy space ball. Wet curvy space ball.
Slightly wider below the equator than above you. It's like pear-shaped.
Wet curvy space ball.
That stuff is flat. So,
We're on the fucking moon. We cannot believe you are on the fucking moon. Over.
No rocky moon, no stars to chase. We launch a rocket, cheap duct tape grace. Metal birds screaming through the night. Destination nowhere, but still feels right.
I appreciate your president having made me an honorary visiting professor, and I will assure you that my first lecture will be very brief.
Consider myself to be an ordinary, humble person who wants to serve mankind.
Fake moonwalk, steps in the dust. Dreams on a wire, engines we trust. Petrified wood, rocket full of lies. Cameraman left under cold, dark skies.
You can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly.
Most of the scientists that the world has ever known are alive and working today.
Scientists said that they are completely uninhibited in their pronouncements and that they produce for mankind out of their knowledge or understanding.
Newton explored the meaning of gravity.
All gravitational theories are out, and the new concept of the cosmos and of its laws has to be evolved.
To be sure, all this costs us all a good deal of money. This year's space budget at $5,400,000,000 a year.
We cannot believe you are on the fucking moon. Over. We're on the fucking moon.
Step in the model, wait for the cue. Lights are blinding, but
space, to the moon, and to the planets beyond.
The moon is not a piece of rock, but it is a plasma phenomena, cosmic plasma.
We choose to go to the moon.
Well, that will never happen.
Weightless in a room, spinning fake air. Who's watching now? Does anyone care? The blue ball turns a lonely marble. Truth sinks deep in a space-time quarrel. Fake moonwalk steps in the dust. Dreams on a wire, engines we trust. Petrified wood, a rocket full of lies. Cameraman left on the cold, dark skies.
Space and related industries are generating new demands, investment, and skilled personnel.
We come back down to a hero's applause, but the cracks in the story show hidden flaws. Back to the blue ball where doubts reside. The cameraman's shadow where secrets hide.
If the moon is a plasma, no man will ever land on it. Self-landing attempts will all fail.
We cannot believe you are on the fucking moon. Over.
And I think that we must pay what needs to be paid.
But truth is the guidance, the hope, and the directive of the human mind. And that man must strive to understand and to know the real nature of the world.
Once fish islands they start to fly.
Back in the day at school, during a physics test, I saw flat level water when it was at rest. In geo class presented, Earth was nicely round. Is this rule only valid close to solid ground? Hey, ball teacher, why don't you have a friendly fight with your physics friend next door just to see who is right? Once fish islands start to fly, all things change below the sky, but all presented must be true. There is no way they can fool you. If images have to prove your curve, you'll get what you deserve. Laws of nature don't apply once fish islands start to fly. Sometimes gravity shows me a little flaw. I can defeat it easy when I suck my paper straw. Hey, ball teacher, you put gravity on top, but buoyancy and density can seamless do the job. Water needs containment, our air would need a shield. Can we do go and survive a powerful torus field? No physical curve to see below 100,000 feet, but just from a few miles away where both horizon meet. Once fish islands start to fly, all things change below the sky, but all presented must be true. There is no way they can fool you. If images have to prove your curve, you get what you deserve. Laws of nature don't apply once fish islands start to fly.
At impossible speeds we zoom through space, never really proven but scientifically embraced. Gravity is the power that keeps everything in place, while a light feather can simply be blown away.
Hey, ball teacher, tell me now, don't you see the flaws? Ask the physics teacher if it matches with nature's solid laws. Laws of nature no more apply.